All right, we're back. I'm gonna be honest, I'm excited about today because we left off at the financial crisis and I was kind of reading through it, but I wasn't really locked in as much, and there's a lot going on in this section, and I really kind of want to get like a real good understanding of it. So I kind of want to spend some time on this section. So yeah, I'm ecstatic, to be honest. I am happy. Okay, so yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start this timer. Yeah. Let's see how much we can get done. Setting my timer on my phone. I don't know if you guys know about Forest. It's a good app though. You can like plant trees and stuff. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Do something real quick. This is my Forest right now so far this year. It's like all my time that I've put on my focus. And then last year I went crazy. And the year before that I went kind of crazy, but not that crazy. Oh, that was actually 2022. This is 2023. So the year before that I went all right. So yeah. All right. Enough of that. Let's get to it. Okay. This chapter has laid out the broad outlines of the financial system, as well as some of the links between the financial side of the economy and the real side in which goods and services are produced. The financial crisis of 2008 illustrated in a painful way the intimate ties between these two sectors. We present in this section a capsule summary of the crisis, attempting to draw some lessons about the role of the financial system, as well as the causes and consequences of what has become known as a systemic risk. Some of these issues are complicated. We consider them briefly here, but we'll return to them in greater detail in the later text once we have more context for analysis. Antecedents of the crisis. Early 2 years, world financial system. See the spread between the LIBOR rate a common measure of credit risk in the banking sector, also referred to as the TD spread. It's only around 0.25% in early 2017 on the bottom curve, suggesting that fears of default or counterparty risk in the banking sector were extremely low. So the spread between the LIBOR and the Treasury bill rates is referred to as the TED spread. So I just want to put that in there real quick. TED spread is the spread between the LIBOR rate and the Treasury, I'll just say T-bill rates. A common measure of credit risk in the banking sector. Indeed, the apparent success of monetary policy in this recession, as well as in the last 30 years more generally, had engineered a new term, the Great Moderation, to describe the fact that recent business cycles and recessions in particular seem so mild compared to past experience. Some observers wonder whether we had entered a golden age for macroeconomic policy in which the business cycle had been tamed. The combination of dramatically reduced interest rates and an apparently stable economy fed a historic boom in the housing market. Okay, so this is what leads up to the boom of the housing market, which is, so let me just put like, what is this called? Like conceptualization, I guess I'll call it. The economy, I'll say economic policy, successfully cultivated a safe economic, I'll say fiscal policy successfully cultivated a safe economic conditions bubble successfully cultivated safe economic conditions that ultimately resulted in a boom, in a housing market boom. Always get hot or I get crazy cold. I can never just be in this apartment, it feels like. Anyway. The combination of dramatically reduced interest rates and parents to okay. Cumulative value of a dollar investment. essentially spread of the fact library began rising to those in the late 1990s and accelerated dramatically during. In the 10 years beginning in 1997, average prices in the U.S. approximately tripled. But the newfound confidence in the power of macroeconomic policy to reduce risk, the impressive recovery of the economy from the high-tech implosion, and particularly the housing price boom following an aggressive reduction in interest rates, might have sown the seeds for the debacle that played out in 2008. On one hand, the Fed's policy of reducing interest rates have resulted in low yields on a wide variety of investments, and investors are hungry for higher-yielding alternatives. Right. So the interest rates that the Fed control, if they lower, then that means borrowing money is lowered, but also like savings is also lowered. So like if you put like a high yield savings account, those interest rates are also controlled by the monetary policy of the Fed. So on one hand, the Fed's policy of reducing interest rates had resulted in low yields on a wide variety of investments, right? And investors were hungry for higher yielding alternatives. On the other hand, low volatility and growing complacency about risk encourage greater tolerance for risk in the search for these higher yield investments. All right, so it's a double whammy, right? I'll say investors, I'm going to put this in my own words so I internalize it. Investors globally sought higher yield returns for their investments since the Fed's monetary policy I'll just say investors globally sought higher yield returns for their investments, while also being encouraged for a higher risk tolerance given the growing complacency regarding risk due to the times. I don't know if there's a better way I could say it, but whatever. These higher yield investments, nowhere was this more evident than in the exploding market for securitized mortgages. The U.S. housing and mortgage financial markets were at the center of a gathering storm. Yeah, so everybody had their eyes open and they were looking at the housing market as a place to get all their gains. So that makes sense. Let me look at my channel real quick. Okay. Changes in housing finance. Prior to 1970, most mortgage loans would come from a local lender, such as a neighborhood savings microcredit union. What's the difference between Federal National Mortgage Association and Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation? I guess you can have mortgages on things other than a home, I guess. I want to know what the difference is. What differences between Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are both U.S. government-sponsored enterprises that support the mortgage market, while they have similar roles. The key differences between Fannie Mae was established in 1938. Freddie Mac, 1970. Primary function: buys mortgages from larger commercial banks. Buys mortgages from smaller thrift banks. Typically purchases conforming loans. With stricter credit. Smaller lenders with different focuses more on urban areas, more on smaller institutions. Okay, so basically Fannie Mae handles the big dogs, Freddie Mac handles the smaller institutions. Yeah. Basically. So Fannie is big Fannie. Freddie, small, tiny Freddie. Okay, these pools, which are essentially claims to the underlying mortgages, were soon dubbed mortgage-backed securities. Process called securitization. Freddie Mac quickly became the behemoth of the mortgage market. Between them, buying around half of all the mortgages originated in the private sector. The loan originator, for example, the same. But then the originator would sell the mortgage. So this is it right here. This is the crux right here. Okay, so this is how it goes. So I'll say Freddie I think my computer's gonna shut off on me soon. I can already feel it happening. I feel it. I feel it happening. I feel it's going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. See, the problem is, like, I don't know what's going on with, like my computer be going crazy sometimes. The originator, okay, so originator small servicing fee. See, like, this little, like, this makes me think my video drive is, like, mixed up or something. Like, I don't know what that is. What that little, like, I don't know. Only does it when I, like, get on Visual Studio. So I don't understand. Anyway. Intern framework. Okay. But the loan payments net of the fee would be passed along to the agency of that fee. Certain framework will pull these loans into mortgage-backed securities and sell these securities to investors such as pension funds or mutual funds. So wait a minute. So the originator could continue to service the loan, collect monthly payments from the homeowner for a small servicing fee. But the loan payments net of that fee would be passed along to the agency. So Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae will recover the cost of the loan by collecting the monthly payment from the homeowner for a small servicing fee. Originator will sell the mortgage and recover the cost of the loan. Fee. Net of that fee. Yeah, okay, so net of that fee. Yeah. Pass on to the agencies and be sold to investors such as pension funds or mutual. Oh, here's the crash. Here's the crash.